Lord Chaitanya, was everywhere bestowing mercy upon others. And Yara Deke Taraka Krishna Upadesh, Amala Yaya Guru Hare Tagare Desh. Whomever one meets, one must instruct him about Krishna. Anyone and everyone, in every interaction, Krishna should be in the center. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's modus operandi. That was his approach. Of course, Ei Panchatatvani Prithivya Siya Purva Prema Bandhare Mudra Vidiya Panchani Yuta Prem Korya Shvadan Yata Yata Priya Krishna Bhara Muksa. The Panchatattva, they broke the seal of the storehouse of love of God. It is said that when Krishna came, this storehouse was also available, this Prema Bandha. It was available. So pure love of God was available, but very rarely attained, because only extraordinary devotees were able to taste love of God. But Lord Chaitanya broke the lock, so no longer was the key of being very exalted required. It became widely available. But after breaking that lock, the first thing they did was drinking themselves to their heart's content. This is what we see in Lord Chaitanya's movement. That it's not just a propaganda movement, that we are not just constantly saying we are convinced by a philosophy and then we take up a mission to convince others. This is the best, this is the best, this is the best philosophy. No. The mission of Lord Chaitanya is different. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. It is the drinking of this transcendental sound vibration of the Bhagavad. Yata Yata Piya Krishna Bhadayam. As they were drinking, the taste was increasing. So it is a movement which places great emphasis on taste, on transcendental taste, on not performing spiritual practices simply out of the understanding that it is better. That's good. If we understand that it's better, then we are philosophically convinced. But Krishna consciousness goes beyond philosophical conviction to the point of actually tasting. Srila Prabhupada, in his introduction to the Nectar of Devotion, is explaining that everything moves by taste. It is taste that ultimately makes us do something. And it is taste that gives us the strength to maintain something, or to make an extraordinary endeavor, or the hope for taste. Or rather, perform the austerity. I have no taste for that, but in the end, there is the reward, yes. But if the end takes too long, then how long can we last? So there must be taste in Krishna consciousness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu based his movement on Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam there are first 3 introductory verses in Srimad Bhagavatam which sum up the entire message of Srimad Bhagavatam. The first verse, Jamadi Asya Tumriyati Taratas Chates Vavikisraten Brahmadida Yadikavi Muyanti Yatsuryaha Tejo Yati Tejo Varimanam Yatavini Mayo Yata Trisari Misadam Nisrin Sadani Rasnakulukam Satyam Param Timahi. It is describing how everything begins with Krishna. Everything has its origin in Krishna. And yet, Krishna says, and I am all-pervading and all-knowing, and yet I am swarat, I am independent, separated from all this energy. So that's interesting, because it is explained by our acharyas that this establishes the philosophy of Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which he taught. the philosophy is simultaneously one and many. It is all the Supreme Lord. This is the amazing thing about Krishna, that Krishna is the personality, and at the same time he's everything else. So how can it be? Krishna plus everything else is Krishna. I mean, it's a little complicated. And yet Krishna, the personality playing the flute, is complete. How can it be? Because it appears that there is Krishna and the separated energy. So in Krishna's pastimes, this story, or this point, is also illustrated. Because we remember that once Krishna ate clay as a child. Everyone said it. Krishna has eaten clay. Krishna denied it, said it wasn't true, it was a lie, they were making politics because they had a fight that day and they were just accusing him falsely. Mother Yasoda didn't believe a word. You are lying. You surely ate clay. Even your elder brother says you ate clay. He said, no, totally innocent. If you don't believe me, just look in my mouth and you will see no remnants of clay at all. I didn't take it. Mother Yasoda said, all right, open your mouth. And then she saw within his mouth, what did she see? She saw the entire conglomerate of all the material planets and all the material universes, right there. And she saw herself also within those universes. So that was really interesting, that Krishna was in the universe, and yet the universe was within him in that pastime. So this is again, Achincha Veda Veda Tattva. Chamadi Asti Yatom Vyapitaratas Chate Svavikya Swarat. Then the second half of the verse deals with the illusory energy. The illusion when we begin to see something separate from Krishna. When we think that there is something that is not connected with Krishna, then we are in illusion. So Krishna consciousness is that which gives us the connection with Krishna, the Hari Sambandha Vastuna. We begin to see how everything is connected with Krishna, how everything is energy of Krishna, how everything comes from Krishna, and how everything is meant for Krishna. In this way, we see. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught like this. He taught many things through his devotees. It is said that Rupa Goswami, through Rupa Goswami, he gave a full analysis of the process of bhakti up to the highest levels of ecstatic, spontaneous devotional service. Through Ramananda Rai, he described the intricacies of Madhurya Ras. Through Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he showed the real purport of liberation. Because it said liberation from this world is not possible for the impersonalist. Because patantyena driti yusvadangrahaya, again he will come down. But the pure devotee, he attains true liberation when he takes shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Because naturally he loses all interest for anything else. Only Krishna. Nothing else is of interest. In this way, a devotee becomes liberated. And what is the point of anything in this world if it is not connected with Krishna? What is the point of some very tasty foodstuff that is not offered? What is the point if it's not prasad? That's okay, but let it go. It doesn't have that transcendental dimension. It doesn't have that spiritual depth. It doesn't have the eternal spiritual benefit. So, what's the point? It doesn't make us, it doesn't increase our attachment to Krishna. But with prasadam, with every bite, our attachment to Krishna is becoming deeper and deeper. So that is very exciting.